You see, we have ulterior motives here at the Button Campus, you know.
And you know it.
Let's make it happen.
With ECST.
People are sitting up here, you know, being blind and oblivious to the bullshit that's happening in our country, and they're not trying to take action until that shit hits home. It's going to come down to the everyday man to make a change. It's not going to be the quote-unquote leaders or, you know, the athletes or, you know, the entertainers.
I mean, because my mom tells me stories about different doctors who find cures for different diseases and things, and she always tells me that, you know, they either run them out of town or, you know, they pay them off, they get rid of them because they cure people.
You ever notice, like, when something like major going on in sports, they'll like throw out like a sentencing of a cop that got off, but it'd be like going on doing like, you know, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, like Super Bowl.
Yeah, all the cops got away with the murder. NBA Finals coming up next.
And now, ECST.
What it is, ho? What's up? In them guts.
What up, S Tizzle? How you doing, man?
What's going on, EC? I'm chilling. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Hey, speaking of rap lyrics, man, I was listening to old Rick Ross music when I was working out, and one of the funniest lines he had was, "I try to break the game like Puffy did Total." And I would think about all the times, like, even before, like, Rick Ross came out, we were, like, back in college, talking about how, Puffy had a whole bunch of just, like, like, real, like, janky business deals that he, like, that he's had, dog. He's known to have the kind of deals, but people still want to sign with it, people still want to get on, man.
Yeah, people want that life, man. They you know, they think what it is true. A lot of times it's not.
Yeah, it's funny because right when he be signing on the damn contract, his eyes get real red. It's like Puffy, you tired? And then like when they look at it, his eyes turn back white. Like yeah, fine. Just sign, man, sign. I got stuff to do. And then like right. And then once they sign it, his eyes turn red. Be like, ah.
That's what Birdman be doing. You know, that nigga be signing niggas just to be signing them. Like, I remember they signed that white boy Kasky like 5 years ago. He ain't done nothing yet. So he, you know, it's like almost every interview he go on, like he might mention him like once or twice. I was like, man, you been promoting this nigga for 3 years. You ain't put him out yet, nigga.
He probably thinking that's the least I can do since I'm eating off of him. Yeah, I can drop a dime every now and then. But yeah, speaking of which, man, you know, Lil Wayne sued him for like $50 million, but Birdman still talking about his album. He was like, man, the Carter 5 still coming out, Woody.
Yeah, I do you really think it's gonna come out though? Cause like they saying this year is the year. That's what they saying.
I don't think so, cause I think the reason he don't want to put it out because Birdman gonna eat off of it.
Well, not only that, well, not only that, I think Birdman knows that, after this album it's a wrap. Like, Wayne trying to go his separate way. And it's bad because I remember this may have been 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. Birdman was on Big Boy's Neighborhood. Yeah. And Big Boy asked him, I don't know if people remember this or not, but Big Boy asked him, he said, "What's the biggest check you ever got?" And Birdman said $100 million. And yeah, so he said, "Well, what'd you do with all that money?" He's like, "Well, first thing first, I had to, give it to the team." And now when you look at the logistics, you look at the numbers that are in the case against Birdman, it says that Universal gave Birdman $100 million for albums consisting of Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Drake. Wow. So all the money that Universal gave Baby to pay Wayne for the advance money for those albums, he pretty much just, jacked it off. And, I did whatever else with it. You see him now, he's still signing new artists and giving them money instead of paying Wayne what he's supposed to be paying him. So, I gotta give it to Birdman, because this nigga has been, the savage of all savages for, the past decade.
At least.
Decade plus. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. This nigga been on his grizzly, son. God, dog.
As you said many times before, that nigga gonna eat.
If nobody else eats, that nigga gonna eat, dog. For real, man. Hell yeah. He have his mama outside, man, trying to break deals. He gonna be inside, man. He gonna be eating some damn cornflakes or something. He gonna be out there. Dog, man. That's the ultimate hustle, man. It's just getting the music, and quote unquote find talent, and just use people. That's pretty much what everybody be doing, man. Except for, like, there's cases where, artists aren't getting used, like Akon, Lady Gaga. I think that's mutual.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber and Usher. Yeah, Usher. I'm glad Justin Timberlake didn't take that deal and let Usher eat, because Usher eating off that nigga hard. But not let Bieber go. He was like, man, I want to go ahead and go my own way. Like, oh no, man, we can take the percentage down from 5 to 3. You know what I'm saying? You let me love you, baby. I ain't trying to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, let me gouge you, baby.
Hell yeah. Man, shit. Yeah, that's the ultimate hustle, man. Just try to find ways. If you had a capital, man, just front people the money, man. Just have them pay you back. That's it. That's one of them ultimate hustles, man. But once again, y'all, welcome to the Blank Canvas Podcast. Blank Canvas ECS Tizzle up in the house. We're a topical podcast that comes on every Wednesday, 6 o'clock in the morning, if I'm getting out there on time. Or your favorite podcast services, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and AudioMac. And, you can also follow us, and please follow us on our Facebook page, where I post a whole bunch of, funny quirks, people, videos of people getting, punched and shit, stuff to make your day go by a little bit better. Or like a video that I saw where this dude like ran his car through like a comic book shop. I got that shit put. It's so fucked up, dog. Up on our Facebook, and also follow us on our Instagram at Blank Canvas ECST, and on our Twitter at Blank Canvas ECST. So I guess we go ahead and get into the news.
Let's get it.
Like I was explaining earlier when I was talking about our Facebook page, I put up a topic on Monday talking about how the iPhone is turning 10 years old.
Yeah.
Man, where were you when the iPhone was announced in 2007, man? Did you watch the press conference?
Was I watching it with you? I can't remember.
I think, where were you? Probably was, man.
I can't remember. It was. I think I was watching it with you.
So we did watch. We watched the conference, man. The whole time I was watching Steve Jobs talk about the product, and I was like, man, get to the point. What is it? Because remember he was like, it's a phone, it's an iPod, it's an internet surf. You get surf the internet. It's a phone, it's an iPod. He's like, are you getting it yet? And I was just like, hey, what the fuck is this? I had to find out. You know what I'm saying? Me cussing and shit, I turned into a 10-year slave. You know what I'm saying? Getting these shits every year. But did you get the first iPhone?
I did not. I forgot. What was my first one? I think my first one may have been like the 3.
The 3? Oh, okay, the one with like the little plastic back on it. With the 3GS, that one?
Yeah. That's the one I got. No, it wasn't 3GS, but it was iPhone 3.
iPhone 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, my first one was actually the first ever iPhone.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've had every iPhone since its inception, dude. And I'll never forget, dog. I was being the N word when I first got it, because when they first came out, they were like $600.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a piece. So me being young and me being a nigga, you know what I'm saying? I had make sure I had it out when I was walking to class, and I had to have the music blasting so people could be like, "What's that noise?" Ah, let me turn down my iPhone. I mean, you don't know what that is? So let me go ahead and show you what that is. I can go over here and look at Pornhub, and I can go over here and listen to my music. Listen to Jay-Z. I'm looking at Pornhub. But man, like, people don't understand. Well, people do understand, like, except for the millennials, how revolutionary the iPhone was, man. Because before that, there was nothing like it.
No.
Because before that, it was just the two ways. That was like they had, like, what was the name of that T-Mobile phone? The Sidekick.
Yeah, Sidekick. They had you had the Sidekick, you had the BlackBerry.
Yep.
You had the Nokia, the what was it? Or the Motor Razor.
Yeah, the Razors were really popular, man. Yeah, those were the phones that were hot before the iPhone was introduced, and people have pretty much stated that once the iPhone was announced, that was the beginning of the end for BlackBerry, because they barely holding on as is. My favorite iPhone out of all of them would probably have to be the 6 Plus, when they came out with the bigger screen.
Yes.
That was my favorite one so far. I do have the 7 Plus, and I'm enjoying it for for what it is or whatever, but that's when they changed the game. They went ahead and followed suit, because let's keep it real, man. Android phones are always ahead of its time. They were always more advanced than the iPhones, but what Apple would do is they would just see what would work with that market, and they'll just copy it, and no people are slaves and pretty much loyal, quote unquote, to their product. They always wait for Apple to do it. And I'm telling you, dude, when they finally said we're gonna have a bigger screen, dude, I was watching that conference. I was like, hell yeah, dog, pop out, I got my money. Like, dude, it did not disappoint, man. I love this big screen, dude.
Yeah. So I was actually, contemplating moving over to a Samsung. It was that one of those things. I was like, all right, this is the last year I'm gonna go without having a big screen phone. I can't do it no more.
Hell yeah.
So, the simple fact that they came out with it, I was like, oh, thank you. I don't have to switch. Because I did not want to switch at all, man. It was just, I didn't want to make that move. So they actually saved me, from, being embarrassed enough to go buy a Samsung phone.
Hell yeah. I just can't get with the Android operating system, dude. Like,
me either.
I tried it, and people are just like, you have more freedom. And I'm just like, man,
to be lazy.
Yeah, man. It's just like, if you really want to, you can jailbreak your phone. You know what I'm saying? I did that shit a lot with the earlier iPhones.
Yeah, you did.
And dude, like, every one of my iPhones were jailbroken until they came up with like iOS 9, and then I just stopped jailbreaking my phone because they finally gave me the features that I always wanted, like the custom wallpaper.
Yeah.
They had like the little interface where you could change your music without having to go to without actually having to go into the music player. You know what I'm saying? They had that when you had the phone jailbroken. So they fixed all that. So I didn't have to do it anymore. And I know my friends are always asking me, like, when the iOS 9 came out, I was like, man, you gonna jailbreak your phone? I was like, I think they finally figured it out. I think I'm done, because it was a huge risk of doing that shit back in the day.
Yeah.
And you could break your phone.
Yeah, exactly. You break your phone and not be able to return it.
And just be your ass to be fucked up.
Yeah. You just be out $600 or $800.
Hell yeah, man. Just think, man, if I ain't trying to put nobody up on a pedestal, man, because it wasn't just him that came with the idea, it was him and a team of people. Yeah, it was. They came up with it. But man, if it wasn't for the iPhone, man, like what would we have? Because I don't even think, like, if Samsung, and Google and all that, they would have came up with something eventually, but this set the framework for everything.
It did.
It did, man.
It was the blueprint for, everybody else to step their game up. And, as you said, BlackBerry pretty much died, when the iPhone came out. So, I mean, if you look at them today, they still haven't caught up to the rest of the world. And who knows, they might be done making phones. They might just be, making, whatever else they have that's in their spectrum of business now. So,
yeah, I think they effed up many years ago, and they know they did because they should have transitioned out of the phone industry when the iPhone came out, or they should have like allocated their resources elsewhere because it's like it's a done deal. Because you remember like when the iPhone came out, let's say like when the 3GS and the 4 was out. Remember BlackBerry tried to have a touchscreen BlackBerry, and they were known for having the keypad, and that shit tanked.
Yeah, it was too late.
Yeah, it's too late, man. It was, man. It just shows how fast business works, dude. Like if you don't type your game every day, dog, you will get hurdled. Yeah, it is gonna come a time where people get tired of iPhones and they move on to something else because like every year, the same thing every year, like 3 to 8%. It's always a 3 to 8% drop off. On people buying the newer iPhones. Like the iPhone sales have always been down ever since the launch of the 6 and the 6 Plus. Every year there's been a decrease in sales of iPhones. There was a decrease in sales of this iPhone, the 7 and the 7 Plus. That's why I forgot the name of the current CEO. He took a pay cut, which is not much. Which is not much. You're not hurting his pocket.
He's still good.
Yeah, he's still good, but he took a like a pay cut. Because like the iPhone really didn't perform that well, which comes to the rumors of the iPhone 8, and the iPhone 8 sounds sweet. So it's pretty much gonna be for what I'm
all glass.
All glass, an OLED screen. The screen's gonna actually be featured on the sides of the phone too, so you can actually like control like the volume and all that. It's gonna have wireless charging. And they're gonna do some other features, of course, an improved camera, and a quote unquote improved battery life. And you know what? That improved battery life is such a fucking scam, cause
it is.
It's a fucking scam, man. Cause like every new iPhone, just because you have it is new. Like the first like week or two, you'll be playing with it. You be like, the battery does last longer. And then as time goes on, you be like, man, this battery's shit. Because I thought about that with my 7 Plus. I was like, man, this battery is awesome. And then I started doing everything I usually do, and I was like, this is the same old shit, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I think what will help it is definitely that wireless charging.
Yeah.
Because, I think what's happening is everybody's using those third-party chargers to charge their iPhone.
Yep.
And, Apple pretty much tells you not to use a third-party charger because it could damage, not only could it damage your battery, but it could damage, the functions that allow it to keep it charged up and keep it powered on. Because mine right now, like it'll be at it could be at like 50% battery, but it might cut off just because,
shit.
Like I've been using third-party chargers. So, but, learn from me and, not to do that. But hopefully with this new one, and the wireless charging, you don't have to worry about that. You can, just another thing is you don't want to keep your phone charged up all the time. If your battery is full, take it off the charger because you don't want to mess that thing up.
Hell yeah, man. Just let that shit go, dude. Because sometimes I do that. Or if it'll be at like 80%, I'll still charge it to get it back to 100. Like, let that shit die, then charge that shit back up, man.
Yeah.
So I definitely gotta stop doing that. But man, happy 10th anniversary iPhone. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much gonna have an iPhone till the day I die, or Apple goes out of business.
Stop making it.
It is like, man, we're not gonna make iPhones anymore. I'm like, no, like the year they stop making iPhones, I'm gonna hold on to that phone till it explodes. Yep. That's gonna be the last one I get, dog. I'm just so used to the system, man. It's like second nature, dude. I can't go to anything else, man. You can call me a drone, call me whatever the hell you want to, but they got me. They made a good product, man, and you gotta give it to them.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
Can't hate.
Cannot hate, man. What you got, man?
Oh yeah, just branching from the iPhone, just want to talk about the CES festival, the CES show in Las Vegas, this past week. Man, they had a whole bunch of things that were coming out. Just, technology is really, man, it's on the up and up, dude. Like it's getting crazy. Like they got a drone that can swim 30 meters below the sea level. And, I guess it helps for, recreational fishermen to better track fish. It has built-in Wi-Fi, so it sends you alerts. It sends you alerts when like fish are nearby. Like it captures 4K video and photos.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. And not only that, like they got the world's the LG wallpaper TV. It comes in 65 inches and 77 inches. It's basically a TV that looks like it's projected from either a picture frame or a window. And of course, it's 4K OLED as well. And it looks like it just, a seamless TV that it could be a picture or a window, but it's a TV.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. LG's coming up, man.
Yeah, LG. I have an LG 42-inch TV. LGs make great products. I just don't. I don't fuck with their like refrigerators and shit.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with me with Samsung. I don't mess with their phones. I don't mess with none of their like appliances. But like a TV, I can work with a Samsung TV.
Hell yeah, dog. Any day of the damn week. But
yeah.
From what I saw at the CES Expo, man, the major thing that was featured there was like the robots.
Yeah.
Like the robots are huge. Like they're pretty much saying robots are going to be in everybody's homes. They're pretty much in everybody's homes now with this Alexa shit with Amazon, and then Google has one, and of course Apple. They're always late because they want to see how it does in the market. Then they'll get theirs, and then people will buy it. But I don't know, man. I don't see a benefit of Alexa right now. It's like, Alexa, what's the weather like outside? Like, you do have Siri. Siri kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But like these autonomous AI robot helpers are coming, man. Everybody from middle class on up, everybody's gonna have one. It's gonna pretty much help you out with your whole day. Because the only thing is like it's gonna be nice. Which I found out what gift I might get you. But what might it be nice? You know how everything is pretty much becoming automated, where you can control everything with your phone.
Yeah.
Soon you can control your whole house with your phone. Well, you can do it now, but I think it's going to become more prevalent for more people to be able to afford it. I think in the next 2 to 3 years, where people just can turn the lights on before they come in the house, turn the thermostat on.
Well, I mean, they do that now with like the security systems and with what Comcast has a thing like that where you can monitor everything and with cameras and all of this. But they also they got the things where they actually show them on TV. They're like the little robots that I guess sweep your floor.
I know. I know you're talking about the Roombas.
Yeah. They got those things too. So they're here, slowly but surely starting to just ramp up. So it's gonna be everywhere pretty soon, man.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get to the point where they have those autonomous robots where they talk to you.
Yeah.
And they can pretty much like read your mood and be like, "How you doing? How you doing today, Jim? You okay?" And it's like, "I don't want to go to work. Oh, here's a cup of coffee. This will fix you up. I threw some Prozac in there for you. That'll get you through your day.
And a little bit of Xanax.
Yeah, Xanax. Yeah. Here's some Cialis. I was listening to your I listened to your interaction with your wife last night, and it seemed like you were really hitting it home. So here you go."
She didn't sound too happy.
Yeah, she asked me for some extra help once she went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to do that again. I will if I have to. And then like you looking at the robot, I'm like, what's going on? What? You smashing my wife? Like what? Oh man, that would be hilarious. That'd be a funny ass skit, dog. That would be a funny ass skit. But yeah, man. Another thing that started out, which I thought was interesting, was Google has minivans, self-driving minivans on the road as we speak. They started it at the beginning of the week, Monday, January 9th.
Okay.
They put them on the road to test them on the road, and I read another article that said self-driving cars will be on the road in the next 3 to 4 years. It's gonna be commonplace.
Yeah. And
they're saying there's some on the road now, but people are behind the wheel just so people won't get nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd be. I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
I don't think I can either.
Yeah, I think that's just I think that's putting too much of our, I guess, destiny or
fate in somebody else's hand.
yeah, in technology. Too much of our fate in technology. I don't think. I don't know. And plus, I guess they said, they're only going to have them, around the city limits anyways. I don't know if they're going to be predominantly on the highway or anything, but I don't know. That's scary though. They already had like reports of crashes, of cars trying to park or whatever.
Yeah, they have. And they're also what they're also doing is they're getting some of the world's top hackers to try to hack their cars while they're in motion, just to see, because that's going to be a huge risk, dog, in the future. Let's say like a major diplomat is like using a self-driving car, and you're like a hacker assassin. Like this could be a movie.
Yeah.
Like a hacker assassin could hack that shit and run that motherfucker to a wall.
A celebrity or something like that.
Yeah, man. It's like, show me your tits. Let me take a picture of them live on Instagram Live. I'm gonna run this shit into a wall. Like, you just want to see my tits? Like, I showed up for free. Okay, deal. Like, yeah, man. That's the thing, man. We grew up our generation didn't grow up with computers. We're like the first to actually. We're the first generation to grow up with computers.
Yeah.
Like, and it being an integral part of our lives. But man, like, I couldn't see how being a millennial now, man. It'd just be sensory overload. Like, I would be fine with it. I think I would be really fine with it if I was a millennial. Like, hey man, like, ain't nothing different to me, because they already pretty much.
Technically, millennials are people that were born in 1980 and above. So
no, we're Generation X.
Well, I think you can look it up because
listen.
Because I'm pretty sure, by definition, anybody that was born in 1980 and up is a millennial.
Let's say millennials. Let me see. This is good work for all of us, y'all. So please excuse me, millennials.
They ain't got nothing else to do. They listening to us.
Yeah, there we go. Let me see. Okay, Generation X. It's people that were in the 35. So if you were born, you're you're right. People that are considered millennials, if you're between 18 and 34 in 2015, you're considered a millennial. So I guess we're fucking millennials then.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I think we're Generation X. No. Okay, so I guess they reclassified us as millennials because
Yeah, because our generation is the one to start coming up with this new stuff.
Yeah, it is true, man. You can tell kind of why I like cartoons that are out now, because they're made by people from our generation. Because you can like a lot of the inside jokes, like only people from our generation would get.
Yeah.
Like, people that do the Rick and Morty show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit, dog. That shit's fucking hilarious, dude. It is a whole bunch of other stuff, but yeah, man, I think it's a whole bunch of. Like they say millennials are lazy, don't do shit, but every generation before them says that about the
exact same thing, yeah.
Exact same thing, man. So you really can't take that shit with a grain of salt. But I will say this, man. This generation of music sucks compared to past generation of music.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can't even compete.
Nah, man. I don't care if I sound old, man. Like, this generation of music sucks. Man, for real. And that guy that writes for Atlanta, he said that Migos, they're the Black Beatles of our generation. I was like, what are you talking about?
Are you talking about Migos?
Migos, yeah. My bad, yeah. Migos, yeah.
Nigga.
I was like, what is he talking about? Like, I ain't even heard none of their music. And then what? Did Migos do Versace?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, I like that shit. I like that. I ain't gonna lie, now when Versace came out, I was bumping that shit, cause that beat was hard. I don't even know what else some niggas did, but I don't know.
They've been making some. I guess they got a lot of stuff out. I think Drake put them on, so. Oh,
really?
Well, no, he didn't put them on. He just, I guess, how Drake does. When he sees something maybe, I guess, bubbling a little bit, then he hurry up and hop on it so he can, I guess, continue his wave, but also he does a little bit for whoever he does the favor for. Yeah.
Hey man, that's the way to do it, dude. Cause he gonna leave Cash Money soon, and when he leave Cash Money, he gonna start his own little thing. I guess like the 6 or whatever bullshit he gonna have.
He got October's very own OVO. So.
That's right. He got OVO. Yes, he already got his own shit, man. And I know Birdman sweating on that shit. Back to that nigga. Stay Cash Money forever, Wardy. He was like, nah. That's what he said. Like he sent the goons over to his house with Slim with his old draft looking ass over to the house trying to persuade that nigga to stay.
Yeah,
I know I would. Cause that nigga gonna be hot. He gonna be hot for like another like 3 to 5 years, man, at least.
Yeah, I think so. But the thing about Drake though is his legacy is not gonna be only on what he does, but who he promotes as well. Like his roster. I don't care what anybody say. His roster is trash.
Who's on his roster? Is The Weeknd on his roster?
Nah.
Okay.
And it don't even matter because everybody on it sucks. I'm gonna just be honest. Yeah, that nigga got work to do. I don't know.
Is it worse? Is it worse than D12, nigga?
No, it's not.
Wow, that's pretty bad. Cause D12 is garbage.
Yeah. I would rather listen to Detroit than the rest of the OVO nigga. The rest of the OVO camp.
You think the OVO can't write all Drake shit so they don't have nothing for themselves?
Nah, I don't think that's it at all. I don't think that's it at all. I think Drake just, I guess either he's meeting the right people or like the right people are finding their way to Drake, and they're just like, cause I mean, let's face it, when you're in the studio and you're making music, there's not all the time that you're just going to be relying on yourself for everything. Like you might get a hotline from somebody. Yeah, it's just going to happen. So I don't know. Maybe his people are going out, and finding the right people, or he's meeting these people in obscure places. I don't know. I don't really know Drake's character like that, but something's happening, man. And I mean. Apparently nobody really cares because he's getting away with it.
Yeah, hey man, when you hot, you can do almost anything you want, man.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah, but enough of that shit, man. Let's go ahead and get into the losers of last week's playoff games, and we specifically talk about the New York Giants. Let's go ahead and jump on this dead horse and beat it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So they had an interview with Eli after the game.
Yeah.
And they asked him about like, did the Miami trip have anything to do with the ass whooping that they received by the Packers? And he says, I don't think it had an impact on the game. I thought we had a great week of practice. Guys were making plays and running around intense and focused, and everything was good. Unfortunately, we just didn't have it yesterday. And then this is what really got to it. Manning was also asked by a reporter, what do you think of like Odell Beckham Jr.'s antics throughout the year? Cause like with Odell Beckham Jr., you remember at the beginning of the season when he was like fighting with the net, then making up with the net, and then proposing to the net. Like Eli really wasn't feeling that shit. He really wasn't, because they were kind of on a losing streak at that time. Yeah. And he was just kind of like, man, that stuff kind of stopped. And he's kind of like doubling down on this shit. He was like, man, you got to learn that the perception of things make stuff difficult. Yeah. And when you do things like that, I'm going to have to start backing off. Yeah. So, like, when pretty much the face of the franchise, because it's not Odell Beckham Jr., it is Eli. Yes, Eli got the 2 rings. When Eli not really signed off on your shit like that, and you'll continue it, This nigga about to be, mark my word, man. I'm gonna say this shit right now, dog. Odell Beckham Jr. about to be T.O. 2.0. Yeah. He about to bounce from team to team. His whole career, he about to put up like ungodly numbers, but he's gonna end up becoming T.O. 2.0.
Yeah, if he don't watch himself, yeah, he will.
He will, dude. He real quick, dude, because him coming out with comments talking about when Ezekiel Elliott jumped into like the little Salvation Army tub, talking about if it would have been me, I would have got fined. Like nobody, number one, nigga, nobody asked you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and number two, just keep to yourself. That's your problem, man. Like who are these dudes handlers?
Yeah.
Some people had the worst crew and some of the worst handlers and some of the worst yes men possible. There's gotta be like one yes man that has at least one testicle to be like, you know, it's like, hey man, like this is what you need to do. You need to not do this, this, and this. Like whoever took the fucking picture with them niggas on the boat, the picture shouldn't have been taken.
The problem is sucker niggas hanging out with other sucker niggas.
Yeah.
Like you hanging out with people that are just like you. So, you know, if you don't have anybody in your crew to, you know, bring some common sense to the table, then you're going to have stuff like this. And Odell Beckham is he's the perfect example of this. Like he got a bunch of sucker niggas around him who don't tell him, yo, this ain't cool. Like you need to be focused. You need to be, you know, on your game. Number one, you really need to be thinking about your second contract. Cause you still on your rookie one. Like you can't be out here doing this stuff now, and you know teams ain't going to sign you. Or if they do sign you, it'll be for 3/4 less than what you're worth.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be an incentive contract.
Yeah, he has the type of talent that could draw $100 million as a receiver. That's the type of talent he has.
Oh yeah,
but I guarantee you, he won't get that.
Nah, man, like shit. If he was available today, man, he could be a Raven. You know what I'm saying? Play like a Raven. You know what I'm saying? He could be on my squad any day of the week. Cause that's all we missing. We're missing number one receiver, man. I love Bashar Perriman, man, but okay, he been injured his rookie year, man. His second year, he won all there. So we'll give him his third year to see what he could do. But man, like we need a receiver bad. Like he's gonna, even with all these antics on the field and off the field, man, people gonna be knocking his door down. If the Giants F up and not extend him,
yeah,
because you can extend, because he's a first round pick, so they can sign that 5th year option. So they had that 5th year option on him.
Yeah.
But if they waive that 5th year option, just know that he ain't coming back to the Giants. Like if it's like week 8, let's say they waive the option and in week 8 they don't have a deal, an extension deal, and then he out, dude.
Yeah.
He's out. He gonna be like a Redskin, cause
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, he gonna end up being a Redskin, and he gonna end up going somewhere else. But he's not going to like the great franchise. He won't be a Patriot. Like he won't be what's the other good franchise that really don't take good other players, even if he'll probably be a Cowboy if Dez like on like the downward style of his career, the Cowboys might pick his ass up.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about Dez is Dez hadn't been the player that he was supposed to be when he got drafted. So, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if they, you know, got rid of him pretty soon anyway. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. And then I just saw this report. It just came on my phone now. The Giants destroyed the charter plane that they were on so bad that they had to delay their next flight by 2 hours to clean it. Because they were just like destroyed the plane. It's trash all over the floor. The bathroom door was broken. like, dude, it just shows like, man, these dudes nothing but like huge babies. Like they said, I entered the business cabin and the cleaning scent only masked alcohol smell. I had popcorn, chewing tobacco, and other food crumbs on my seats. Ugh. It's fucking nasty, man. But you know, them niggas get paid. They don't care. Like, somebody else will clean it up.
Nah.
But yeah, man. Like, shit. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'll put him on the incentive contract. He come onto my squad. Cause anybody will take him. Cause people gonna want him. But it's all gonna be up to Eli. Cause it's the same thing that happened with Donovan McNabb and T.O. Like that shit. They were dynamic together, man. Like,
yeah.
Donovan had
unstoppable.
Yep, Donovan had his best years when he was with T.O.
Yeah.
It's just, man, you just can't deal with, man, that splitting, like, man, the bottom locker room, man, it's too much, dog. When you divide a locker room, man, you gotta get rid of the one of the people, and it's always gonna be the specialty player. It's not gonna be the quarterback.
Yeah, the cancer is never good. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much you win at a certain point. It's gonna affect everything, and it's gonna ruin everything.
Yeah, I can't. In one wide receiver, I would take where he would just split the locker room up, but he just like balled out every Sunday. I can't name one, and like the one I would come close to would be Randy.
Yeah.
And Randy, you saw what he did when he went to the Patriots.
Yeah.
It went 18-0.
Yeah.
Just man, like just okay, real quick, man. Just I hate the motherfucker to death, man. But just Tom Brady, man. But just look what happens when you give him weapons.
Yeah.
He hadn't had weapons his whole career, except for when he had Randy and Gronk and Stabby.
Stabby.
Aaron Hernandez. Yeah. Should I say drive by ye? You know what I'm saying? But when he has like premier top tier like weapons,
yeah,
can't stop Brady, man. He hasn't had it his whole career. That's why I was wondering why Larry Fitzgerald in his prime didn't go to the Patriots. They probably wasn't paying him enough. Or somebody like Steve Smith. I wonder why he came to us instead of the Patriots. I'm like, man, if he was a player.
Well, the reason why Larry Fitzgerald didn't go there is because they gave him an 8-year, $100 and something $1 million contract. You already know
the history.
Yeah, the dumbest was Andre Johnson with the Texans.
yeah, that one. Yeah, that was a dumbass one. Yeah.
but that's the reason why. He wasn't gonna get there at the Patriots. And if I was him, I'd do the same thing because I would at least take a chance on getting there with a pretty good team that he had. Because they had a squad. It's just they just never made it when it counted.
Yeah, man. It's just that Patriot way. Like we're never gonna overpay a player. We can find somebody else that can do your job. And they shown that to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fact, dude. Like we could take a bass off the street and put him like if he can fit our scheme, he works for our system.
Well, look at what they did without Brady. They won 3 of the 4 games without him.
Yep.
So, yeah, if that don't tell you that it's all scheme, then I don't know what else to tell you.
No, dude. I wonder how different Brady's legacy would be if he went somewhere like the Browns or the Chargers with like a bad organization. Though I wonder what his legacy would be then.
He'd be a journeyman.
Yep.
Probably. If not selling insurance right now.
Hell yeah! You remember that little feature that he had on him, the Brady 12? No, was it the Brady 6? The Brady 6 when they were talking about the 6 quarterbacks that went ahead of him.
Yep.
And then I remember it was on SportsCenter. I will never forget this shit because I remember I told you about it. You saw it yourself too. But at the end of the little documentary, like the little short documentary, like Brady was like crying. He was like, man, because it was like during the draft and it was like going to the 6th round, right on 6th round by the start. He's like, well, I guess I had to just be an insurance salesman. And then it was like it had 2 sports center angles on there. And then at the end of the little documentary, they were like, I don't feel sorry for him at all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Well, because like Brady was like, well, I guess I have to go sell insurance. Like selling insurance is like just like hell. The way Brady, if y'all get a chance, man, watch that documentary, the Brady 6. You'll see him crying, talking about, I guess I'll go be the insurance salesman like my dad. You could tell, like, man, I didn't want to do this fuck shit. That's how he was talking, like, I don't be no fucking insurance salesman. And then like the guy on SportsCenter did not take kindly to that shit. Like, man, I don't feel sorry for him at all. And you know what's crazy? I haven't seen that SportsCenter anchor since. Like, I ain't seen that since, man. But yeah, dude, that did kind of rub me the wrong way when Brady said that, because sometimes people don't have, have even, that opportunity to, have an opportunity to even like play ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to make millions, like in a week compared to what most people make in a year to do that. Just because you could play a child sport, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't, for millions of dollars, you shouldn't like downplay what other people have to do because they don't have the necessary skills, quote unquote, for like a man-made sport. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that kind of gets to me, man. Like when people say like he was born to play football, like it's a man-made sport. How are you born to play a man-made sport? This is like it's just a saying, but sometimes it rubs me the wrong way. Cause okay, you know what I'm saying? Before y'all come out and say, you know what I'm saying, EC hating because he didn't make it. Yes, I did play college ball. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating. I'm just saying, just understand that some people just, you know, they couldn't make it. And I've seen a whole bunch of stories where people don't get over it. And they go into a depression, and I've seen some of them firsthand dudes go into a depression and commit suicide, and because it's like either this or nothing. I'll never forget about the guy that was he played like a lower like D3 school, and he didn't get an invite to the combine, and he didn't get an invite to like any camps either to be like an unrestricted free agent rookie in the NFL.
Man.
And like he went to like a parking lot of a mall and blew his brains out, man.
Ugh.
It's like, man, it's like life's never that hard where you can't defer your dream to something else. I know not fulfilling your dream could be a disappointment for some people. It's just like, man, my life's over. Like, what can I do? And I understand, man, because when I was a kid, I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you my little story. I remember when I was a little kid, I had like a big old hill in my backyard. I would always go to my backyard and run up the hill. I would do 12 of those a day, and then me messing up the foundation of the house. Cause I was a lineman, cause I was like a little chubby little kid in high school. I would literally it was like a little place on like a little wall, cause we had a brick house. I would literally like stand in my little 3-point stance and run up and hit the wall with my hands, and my hands would be bloody like every day before I go inside, just trying to make it, dude. Like that was like, dude, that's like selling kids the future of being like an athlete. Could be detrimental to them, man. You have to let them know there's other ways to make it. And I did go through my little sad period where I was like, well, I'm not tall enough, I'm not fast enough to be in the league, and I had to get over that by, you know, getting into bitches and drugs. I'm just playing. ST can account to the part with the drugs part. I didn't get into drugs, but you know, just, you know, some people do that, man. They just lead a life with just depression because they couldn't, you know, live that life because, you know, we endorse that life so much on a daily basis. Like, people just want to achieve and get there. They want to have the women, you know what I'm saying? The women, the clothes, the money and all that. And that's fine, but just know there's better ways to get in there, man. Think about the guys that haven't played a down in their lives. They have more money than the people out there playing on the court or on the football field.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like, we think that the money that we see from these, you know, sports stars and things, we think that that's something, and that's not even a quarter of what real money is.
It's the tip of the iceberg, dog.
Yeah, it's so much money that you could be making out here. In sports, man, you only have those few that top 1% that actually, you know, I guess make close to what could be conceivable as real wealth from a sports figure, and that's what Tiger Woods and LeBron James.
Yeah, the way the NBA contract's going, like being a subpar player gets you paid nowadays. Yeah. But
it doesn't get you like, you know, LeBron James money.
Yeah.
If that's your motivation to be, you know, a sports star, you can get more money, you know, from doing other things.
Yeah, being an investor in a company, building a legacy for your kids, so you can pass on that generational wealth. Because the thing about NFL players, which we all know, and they stress this a lot, like the average career of an NFL player is 3 to 4 years, then they're broke like 4 to 5 years after that.
Yeah,
and they're out of the money, man. Because if you're not a top tier quarterback, like a Russell Wilson, if you're not an elite quarterback, like the top 10 quarterbacks like Breeze, Brady, Roethlisberger, the Manning brothers, like Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, you know, Jameis Winston in the future, and Marcus Mariota, if you're not those players, and you don't invest your money, you just trying to keep up with the Joneses, man, you're going to be broke, and you're going to be looking like everybody else, man. But it's tough being a football player, but basketball, man, that money stretches a little bit longer than basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That money stretches, dog.
Like you literally have to be jacking your money off every day to go broke in the NBA. Like, you have to. You
have to, dude. Like, you literally have to make it a mission to wake up like, how can I fuck my money up today? That's how that's how it has to be if you're an NBA player. Yeah, maybe like I'll buy everybody I see on the street an iPhone. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm pay for their plans.
Cash.
Yeah. And every hoe I see, I'm gonna get them $100 slap on the ass and grab it to give them $100. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do all that to really blow through your basketball money. Then, like you about to say about LeBron, like being like that 1%, like you said, to be that 1% athlete, what comes along with that 1% are endorsement deals, shoe deals, like watch deals, food deals, all the other stuff. You remember like LeBron had his own like bubble gum when he first came out. I never forget that shit because I saw that shit in a Walmart because it was like his rookie year. I was like, this nigga got his own bubble gum. Like, Jesus Christ, like, is he gonna be that? Is he gonna be that good? He's like the only like athlete I've seen from inception to almost, because I'm gonna see his whole career, Lord willing, from beginning to end, where he's lived up to his potential.
Yeah.
I can't name another athlete that's had that much hype behind him. He lived up to it. I can't name one that I can think of that I followed from beginning to end.
Yeah, that list is short. I don't think there's many.
Not that many, man. I know some soccer stars, like Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. I know they probably had the same LeBron treatment outside the States, but we don't keep up with that shit.
I was about to say, but were they really hyped like that from the beginning?
I think Messi was. I don't know about Ronaldo. I know Messi was always like, even when he was like a little kid, they wanted him, dude. Okay. So he lived to his hype. And that motherfucker, like, I think, like, what was it, last month he had, like, some tax evasion charges? All that money he got, man, it's come from tax evasion, man. Like, dude, just pay this shit, man. You can't avoid paying them fucking taxes, man. You can't.
You gonna make more. Yeah. Like, what's the point?
Just fucking pay your fucking taxes, man. I know nobody wants to pay him. I don't want to pay him, dude.
Yeah.
The dude that works at McDonald's for like 10 years don't want to pay taxes. Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Like, pay your fucking taxes, man. Shit.
Yeah. Real quick, like, have you noticed how, like, every away team lost this past weekend?
Yeah, man. The home teams won. Like, before I went off on that tangent, we can go ahead and pick these games for this week. So, we got Atlanta. We got Atlanta playing the Seahawks at home. Mm-hmm. We got Dallas at home versus Green Bay. We got Kansas City versus Pittsburgh. Kansas City at home. And we got New England at Houston. So I can get my picks first real quick. I got New England and Pittsburgh advancing to the AFC Championship game. And then I have, man, it go either way with that Pittsburgh Kansas City game, but I'm gonna give it to Pittsburgh because of just Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Bryant, and then Roethlisberger willing to take more chances than Alex Smith.
Yep, that's
the reason I'm giving them a better chance. And then this, man, you know what game really intrigues me is this Dallas
and Green Bay.
Green Bay game, man. Green Bay go in there and take that shit.
Yeah, they can. I think they will.
Yeah, I think so too, man. So, and then I have Atlanta beating the Seahawks.
I think Seahawks gonna get them.
You think so?
Yeah. The only thing that could mess them up is if they put Julio on their other side and keep him away from Sherman and just light them up. I think that's the only. Because Sherman, and if they put Sanu in the slot, they can't put him on the outside against Sherman. Think about it. They can't run. Not against that defense.
No, hell no.
Against that defense.
Nah, hell no.
So they're going to have to pass. And they have to go against the corner that's on the other side. And them doing that the whole game, they're going to start, doubling whatever receivers on that other side because they ain't got to worry about Sherman. Matt Ryan is not going to pass on Sherman. He's just not going to do it unless it's like some curls or like some drag routes. He won't throw nothing deep against Sherman. So that's why I think if that defense could keep them in check, I think Seattle's got it.
Yeah, I think the X factor for the game is going to be Taylor Gabriel. It's going to be that wide receiver that they got from the Browns, and he was like pretty much lighting everybody up like in like the back half of the season. He's going to be the X factor for the game. And the thing is, even Matt Ryan knows, like, they're gonna have to 1 or 2 times test Sherman in this game. They're gonna have to go at him just so Sherman just have in the back of their mind that they may go at him, and they need to move Julio around, put him in the slot, and move Sherman around because he's not really comfortable in the slot. And that's really a tough position to cover, so they need to put him there. But I think Taylor Gabriel's gonna have a good game. Let's just say the stat box shows like Devontae Freeman having 120 yards and a touchdown. Atlanta should win the game. No matter what else is going on, if he has 120 yards and a touchdown, you can pretty much guarantee it's like 80% chance Atlanta wins the game. But like the NFC games are more intriguing than the AFC games.
Yeah, they are, because
period.
We know who's gonna win. We know who's gonna win in the AFC.
Hell yeah, man. We already know. Like, man, the Patriots are gonna bend Houston over.
Yes.
And destroy them. They're gonna D-block them niggas, man. They ain't gonna even be pretty, dog, at all, man.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny though if Houston wakes up, and especially if Brockweiler wakes up and they make it a game. That would be funny.
That would be funny. Like all of a sudden, like Osweiler, like he unlocks his limiters, and then like just like Bill O'Brien like takes the key out of his back and be like, "Let's go, son." And they come out like them niggas up. I'll be like, what's going on? that would be the biggest upset of any playoffs I ever seen in my life. That would be the biggest upset if they lost, dude.
This $72 million was a waste.
Hell yeah! It's like hell yeah! He like screaming to the TV. 72. I should be getting paid more. Oh yeah! Real quick, I was. You remember I was texting in my chat when the Packers won. I was on the side. If I was on the field after the game, I'd be screaming, "I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat!" Only if I was a prominent player. I wouldn't be doing that shit if I was like a bench warmer, because I don't want the niggas talking about, well, you on bench, you need to play. Like, yeah. But if I was like Aaron Rodgers, I'd be like, as I walking off, like, I'm on a boat. And then I just like would have walked off the set.
With the discount double check sign.
Hell yeah, this double check sign. Or he like would have like to the press conference wore like an animal hat or some shit. That shit would have been classic, dog. Like I said, man, like if either one of us were like major like sports athletes, we would be the pettiest motherfuckers that ever grace a field, dude. Cause if I was like a premier basketball player, like in the league with like LeBron playing, and I beat him in like a finals, my chair would be like a king's throne, and I would come out like king's garb and like a crown on, like I'm the king now. Like, y'all got questions?
Having like people with like girls walk around with throwing pedals on the floor and stuff.
Hell yeah, have like a puppeteer, like a trumpeteer, like like before I walk in the especially if we like destroy him too, like I dunk on him too, like to like end the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, that's what every day I thank God for not giving me ungodly athletic talent. I would be worse than T.O., dog. Like, seriously, like T.O., they'd be like, T.O. who? Like, shit I'd be doing. I wouldn't have any endorsement deals, cause I'd be just that dirty, dog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, I'd be talking shit about everybody. Everybody! Shit, but, yeah, dude, I think that's going to be the AFC and the NFC. The NFC is up in arms. I have the Atlanta Falcons at least make it to the NFC Championship game versus the Packers, and the Packers going to the Super Bowl. And then I have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Patriots going. And then that's going to be an intriguing AFC Championship game because the Steelers are not scared of the Patriots.
No, they're not.
Not afraid of the Patriots, man. Them motherfuckers they can go back. But if it's a Packers Steelers Super Bowl, that's like the two biggest fan bases in the NFL going up against each other, so that'll be an interesting Super Bowl.
I mean, it's happened before in Dallas.
It sure did play. That'd be a rematch.
Yep.
It would be a rematch, man. The Packers won, didn't they?
Yep, they did.
Packers,
Aaron Rodgers' first ring.
Yeah, so I think that if the Packers make it to the Super Bowl, no matter who they're playing, I give them a chance just because Aaron Rodgers he knows how to keep plays live, just like he was playing against the Giants.
Yeah.
they gave him too much time. And if you watch the game, he was better in like 8 seconds, dude. Just shuffling around. He finally found like 20 yards down the field. You gotta get on his ass. Like, you can say that about a lot of quarterbacks in the league, but Aaron Rodgers, if you give him that much time, it's just too much, dude. You might as well just go ahead and just pull the trigger yourself. Is it
Big Ben too, though.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, him too. Yeah,
Big Ben. Yeah, Big Ben's like that too.
Yeah, you know how to keep players alive. You right?
Yeah, you cannot give him time at all.
No, you can't give him time, dude. It's fucking over. You give him time, man. But all right, man. Is that it for the news topics?
I think that's it, bro.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into the topic.
Let's get it. Give me your number.
And I'll call. I'll get up in them drawers. Dim drawers. All right, y'all. Well, man, for the topic this week, man, we ain't really got nothing popping, so we're going to just, like, rant about some things that are, like, you know, getting on our nerves. We're going to call this ranting hour number part 2. And the first topic we're going to get on, I saw this little video up on Worldstar where Brian Pumper was talking about how people acting like he broke and people are checking for him. And then what you say, ST? Or like off air? What'd you say?
Like, the thing about Brian Pumper is, like, nobody was checking for Brian Pumper when he was even quote unquote, I guess, popping. Like, nobody was checking for him then, so I'm pretty sure there ain't nobody checking for him now. Like, nobody cared about him at all. So I don't even understand where that sentiment comes from.
Yeah, it's like weird. Like, what porn star do we care about outside of their work?
Especially a dude.
Yeah, dude, like, nobody care about you, man. Like, even the females, I used to sit up thinking like, hey, what's such and such? What's Vanessa Blue doing now? Like, what's she doing with her life? I'm like, no, I ain't thinking about that. I'm thinking about, you know, that 22-minute video she put out. You know what I'm saying? They'll live in infamy. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, you know, it's crazy because I follow Jada Fire on Instagram, dude, and all she does now is everything that she puts up now is just her body, her working out, her eating healthy. That's it. That's it. And then she always like showing like a top to down picture of her waist, her ass to waist ratio. Like, okay, we know your body, you know your body banging. We know, we seen it. Like I don't understand it. And her daughter look good too.
She got a kid?
Yeah, check out her daughter. Her daughter look just like her, man. Her daughter look good too. Her daughter need to go ahead and follow her mama's footsteps.
This dude.
No, I'm just kidding. That's wrong, man. She need to do some other shit. But another thing, man, that's getting on my nerves that needs to stop, man. I know it's old, but that Soldier Boy, Chris Brown beef, this shit need to stop.
Man. Personally though, just for all the faking and flogging he been doing lately, I kind of want to see Soldier Boy get knocked out. Cause I'm tired of Soldier, man. Like, he's just trolling for no reason. Like, he's just trolling just to be trolling. And it's like he don't have nothing else to do. Like, he got, you know, I guess all the money he say he got, you know, he don't have nothing else to do but get on the internet and act like he tough. You know, I just want somebody to just knock him down a couple pegs so he can, you know, sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, cause I remember he went out to L.A., man. It was false flagging and talking about calling blood shit. Like, man, you do that kind of stuff, you're not part of a gang. Like, you do not do that, dude. That shit's bad for your health, man. You definitely don't need to fuck around with that shit. But like, even him going out there almost getting his ass beat didn't stop him, because like 2 days later he put out another video. Cause like, it was funny because he put out a video talking about, man, I'm sorry, man, I want my mama out here, you know, talking to, you know, I'm making my mom, embarrassing my mom and my family, so I'm gonna stop it. And then like, the next day he like, you know what, man, fuck Chris Brown. I'm like, which one is it? You bipolar bastard? Like, which one is it? It just, it's like he's trying to find himself because he was a kid, you know, he was a kid star, and now everybody saw, you know, everybody was doing a Soldier Boy and knew he wasn't a thug, because if you're a kid star, we know you're not a thug, so now he's trying to be a thug.
He got that Bow Wow syndrome.
Exactly, man. You saw what Bow Wow finally did. He finally just bowed out and he's going away for a while. And there's nothing wrong with being yourself. Look at Drake. Drake is pretty much himself and J. Cole. J. Cole never sold you a lie. He told you he's just a dude, went to school, and then he went to New York, because everybody know his whole story. He's from North Carolina. He went to New York for school. He did rapping on the side. He really wanted to be a rapper, and he never lied about what he was doing. And that's why everybody fuss with J. Cole.
Yeah, it's just, I don't understand how being fake is so popular now. Like, why is that so cool? Why is it such taboo to be yourself?
Because being yourself is boring. Because being like who you truly are is boring.
Well, I guess if you are a lame nigga, you know, I guess it is pretty boring. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. Like we need to have a seminar, man. Like for real, like to teach young men how to be, you know, men. Cause, you know, like we losing big time right now. Like we taking major L's. And, you know, it's funny, like he went out, you know, he left 2016 doing the same stuff he did coming into 2017. That's why I said last week, you know, it's a new year, but it's the same old you. Like, you know, you ain't doing nothing different that you was doing last year that you ain't gonna be doing next Tuesday and even on. So, like, stop all this, man. Like, if you really want to make a change, you'll make a change. And, you know, I think in order for him to make a change, something bad gotta happen. He either gotta get knocked out on, you know, worldwide TV or, you know, or the internet, with whichever one, it doesn't matter. But even then, I think even if he does get knocked out, he'll still be on some stupid stuff.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like he's not the kind of person that just won't learn. Period. No matter what he does, but he's just trying to find himself. I think, I don't know, like to this point, I don't know if it's a publicity stunt now. I really think this is real, because at first I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown has always put out hits, but you know, sometimes you need something just to catapult yourself back to the limelight. People, you know, start back talking about you, so they like generate fake beefs.
Yeah, but Chris Brown don't need that though.
He really don't. So I think it's just Soulja Boy just acting wild, man. And he just, like I said, man, just like people need to hire us just to be their consultant, just to let them know, hey, man, this is what you need to do, this is what you not need to do. You know what I'm saying? Just sign a check over to me so we can go and get this shit popping. That's what it need to happen, because
pretty much
people out here need real life coaches, man. Like at first, I laughed at it. Like when I was a little kid, I didn't know any better. I remember I was riding the bus to school, and I was like, man, life coach, what the hell is that? And I was like, but the older I get, man, the more necessary that is for people, because some people don't even know how to balance a checkbook. They don't know how to don't have great time management.
Yeah.
They don't know, you know, they don't know how to do, they don't know how to just do simple tasks, because they were taken care of for so long, man. I think that's just necessary, especially for celebrities. Celebrities need it more than anybody.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah. They need somebody that's going to tell them what they need to do, because they need to hear that, so they can their careers can last longer than what they're projected to go on. Because the way Soulja Boy going, he's already afterthought now.
Yeah,
he really gonna be afterthought in like the next 2 or 3 years, because he ain't put out a hit since
Kiss
that
me
little
through the phone, nigga.
Yeah, that junk, man. How much money did he make off that ringtone shit? Because he can't still eat off that money, man.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know. It was pretty revolutionary for his time. So so you know, when stuff blows up and it's unlike anything else.
Yeah.
Like you get paid a good grip.
Yeah, that ringtone hustle was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. And then, you know, of course he got like his, you know, reality TV stuff, but, you know, he got kicked off of that. And I'm thinking maybe he's trying to get himself popping again so he can get back on reality TV. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe his money is running low, and he's just trying to, you know, do something for sure to get back on TV, because he know it ain't music. Ain't nobody paying attention to no Soulja Boy music.
No.
Like, ain't nobody even buying Soulja Boy beats. So he got to do something, and I think the easiest thing for him to do that requires zero to little effort is get back on reality TV so he can get paid. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's trying to get his way back into, you know, reality TV. So
yeah, I'm thinking that too. I ran across an interesting article. They're saying the average college degree pays off by the age 34. Like that's freaking ridiculous. I can believe that.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous. Because like thinking about it, most people that go to school that are not told, that told the right thing, end up with debt once they get out, and you pretty much working to pay off your debt like for the first like 4 to 8
10,
years.
20 years.
Yeah, and that's only if you like paying on it, and then you're not continuously deferring it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're not deferring this shit, and you actually being fiscally responsible, and you like paying this shit off like right when you get out. It could take up to like 8, and like it should take, if you have a good job going and getting out of college, which is rare now. It should take like 5 to 8 years, cause they know about the hustle. But it is taking like 10 to 12 years to pay off fucking debts, man. It's all about a fucking loop, dude.
It is. All I can say is thank you, scholarships.
Hell yeah, dude. Like scholarships, like man, like if you in school right now and you have some debt on you, man, find a way to get some scholarships. I don't care if you like nobody told you what to do. Like man, sometimes like we always say, man, ignorance is not bliss, man. You need to figure that shit out. Yeah. You do not need to be sitting up, going to class, and the debt collectors are laughing like, yeah, go learn that psycho ed. That'll get you. I'm like, how much is that? That's $2,000. Yeah, that's $2,000 in the hole. Yeah, keep going to school. Like, hell yeah, man. You need to definitely get that shit in order, dude. What other?
There's scholarships everywhere, man.
Hell yeah, dude. There's scholarships for everybody too.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. There's scholarships for everybody.
If you're a single mother, if you're a minority, there's all kinds of scholarships out there for you.
Hell yeah.
There's no excuse for you not to have some money in your pocket. Doesn't matter what what your classification is. Yeah.
Pell Grant, Hope. I know like Georgia has a Hope scholarship if you maintain a B average, which you should anyway to be able to get a good job is maintain a good GPA. So it's just do what you're supposed to do and your school will get paid off.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to see what other I don't know if any other states have it, but I know other states probably do have Hope by now. But I know Georgia was like the first to have like a Hope scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee does have it. And it's just like, man, that shit'll run you through a loop and how you want to stab somebody, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that shit's something else.
Mm.
Man, dude, how you out here selling your body on the side, like after you get off work. Trying to pay, you know what I'm saying? Like, having guards my wages, go ahead and suck a couple of dicks. Like, which one's gonna be? Oh man! And then speaking of that Soulja Boy, Chris Brown shit, like the ultimate troll, 50 Cent trying to get in on it, talking about he's agreed to train Chris Brown. Like, man, this is shit to get out of hand.
It ain't him. He's enlisted Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Because Floyd Mayweather is training Soulja Boy.
What?
Yeah.
Like, dude, we gonna start 2017 with this bullshit, man. Like, 2017.
Obviously, yes.
Alright, dude, I hope 2017, the thing we remember, I know for sure the thing we're not gonna remember about 2017 is gonna be this Chris Brown Soulja Boy fight. It's gonna be crazy shit come out of it. But speaking of that 21 Savage and 22 Savage shit, that shit's picking up steam. They trying to have their own for $100K. That's some that shit's getting out of hand. I think that shit's more that shit's funnier than the Soulja Boy Chris Brown shit though.
Yes, it is. Like, really, like just listen to the numbers. $100K. Like, if like that's if that ain't some nigga shit, I don't know what is, man. 100K?
100K, dude? That's it?
Like, that's money that says nobody knows me or I'm not famous enough for more.
And I know, dude. And then I was understand like if I was 21 Savage, dude, I want to acknowledge 22 Savage, man, because all you do is make him more popular. Like, dude, he fucking up.
Yeah.
I know he's definitely fucking up, man.
But the thing is, man, he's still a kid mentally.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people here that's still children.
Yeah, well, when you come from the streets, man, there are very few times where the probability to think rationally comes up. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, especially that, and then your boys back you up talking about, hey, like what you gonna do about that, man? You gonna just let him punk you like that, and then you
Yeah.
you want to overlook it, but you don't want to seem like a hoe to your boys, so it's an endless cycle of fuckery.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, and that fucking bullshit, dude. And that shit gets on my fucking nerves, man. Another thing that quote unquote grinds my gears is when people are in the gym and they and they pretty much just go to the gym just to show themselves off. This goes for women and men. And they in the way when I'm trying to get shit done, like that shit pisses me off, dude. Like case in point over the weekend, man, this dude was on a bench press machine with like skin tight shit on, like doing like 25 pounds on each side, and he was like on there for like 10 minutes because I watched him because I literally did 3 exercises while he was doing the exercise. And then like I literally went up to him after a while. I was like, man, when you gonna get off this bench because you've been here for a while. He was like, man, I got like two more sets. And like the whole time he would do like one rep because the reason he was like just still sitting there because it was like this big booty hole over in the corner. I guess like in his field of vision, and he was trying to get her attention. And I guess that shit wasn't working. I was kind of trying to help him out, like, hey man, instead of you doing that, like just lift up 25 pounds, which is baby weight. Why don't you go over there and just spit at her, man? That's probably why, because she stayed over there for a long time too, because she probably wanted to spit at him. So go,
Yeah.
shoot your shot, dude. Instead of like wasting people fucking time, man. I hate that shit. That's why
Yeah.
I hate working out after I get off work, man, because it be crowded, especially at the beginning of the year, where all these people are trying to get in shape, motherfuckers that won't be there in February or the
Yeah, I was about to say,
the end of January.
yeah, I was just about to say, just wait a couple weeks. You'll be alright.
Yeah, dude, this shit gonna be barren. You know what I mean? Like a fucking waste.
You can get your normal spot, and that you normally get. You'll be alright.
Yeah, dude. Like I know people that actually go to the gym hate that shit, man. And it's okay for the people that's actually trying, and there's gonna be new people that actually gonna stick around. But those people that are just there just because it's a fad to go to the gym at the beginning of the year to pretend like you're gonna get yourself in shape. Like that shit right there pisses me off too, dude. I can't stand it, man. Not knowing you need to come all throughout the year. It's okay to take breaks, but it's almost imperative nowadays with all this processed food that we have out here that you need to work out at least 3 times a week, man. If it's not just getting out the house and walking down the fucking street, man.
Yeah, and it don't necessarily have to be, like strongman competition type
No, man.
weightlifting or anything like that. Just, something to, keep you healthy, like, cardio, things like that. I understand a lot of people hate cardio, but you just don't realize how important it is for you. I try to get some cardio in every day. It's just very important because, people are dying, earlier and earlier every day, man. Like, 30-year-olds having heart attacks and stuff. Like, that's not kosher.
Nah, dude. That yeah, man. That's just not the business, man.
Nah.
That's just not the business because a lot of my sister, like the celebrities that she grew up with, they're passing away and they're dying early because they didn't take care of their bodies, man. They're out there just drinking a shitload of alcohol and doing drugs and thinking their body could withstand all that shit and live a long time, and they start panicking once they get old because they live that life, man. You gotta understand what you do now affects your future as far as your body goes, man. Like what you put in your body, man, is like the only time what you put in your body is not really detrimental to you. It you know what I'm saying, to a degree, is when you're a child. But maybe like 1 or 2 cokes or something not going to hurt you in the long run than you being like a full grown adult drinking cokes from like 8 years old to like 28, and you've been doing that constantly and not changing your diet. Like you pretty much set yourself up for failure. Because I remember I saw this picture, like a little health picture, like FDA picture where it had like a guy smoking a cigarette, and had like 2 women like drinking alcohol. And it showed like it was like an X-ray of their bodies, and like the guy smoking a cigarette had like jet black lungs, and then like the women that had they were drinking beer like had like enlarged stomachs, and they were just like you might be partying. It was like something like you be partying now, you won't be partying later. Some shit like that. I'm like, this shit dark as hell. What the fuck going on? Yeah, they know, man. Like, numbers are dwindling, man. And like we said, like 2 episodes ago, life expectancy is getting lower because people not taking care of themselves, and and people are talking bad about the people that are health nuts and like do the kale and the no GMO and all that shit. But these people are just thinking about their future.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like people in LA, will change your whole perspective on, your health.
Oh, yeah.
Like you go out there and it's just a different culture. Like, yeah, you do have like, the burger joints and things, and, people do, frequent those spots here and there, but you also have like those serious people who, are outside running at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, or, just doing something simple like, drinking kale smoothies or something like that.
Yeah, I was about to say like juicing, like
Yeah, juicing hard. Because I mean, if you think about it, getting back to the natural stuff that we have, that's put here on this earth, that's what is going to help us survive, in the long run.
You hear about that brother that was diagnosed with cancer? He started juicing, and he cured his own cancer.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, man.
The FDA and the rest of the faggots at the government don't want you to know that stuff. They don't want you to know that stuff. They will purposely tell you to stay away from, something like grapefruit, when grapefruit can easily cure like something like heart disease or something like that. Like that vitamin C that you can get. Like, they will tell you to stay away from that. Or like, for blood pressure, they'll tell you to stay away from, sodium.
Yeah.
When sodium actually can lower your blood pressure. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't always trust your doctor. You can't always trust, the people that in those, white lab coats that, that we mentioned.
Yeah.
You got to do some reading. You got to do your own due diligence, because these folks out here trying to kill you.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if you only read pretty much, not trying to fact check for yourself and actually read like nutrition, like nutrition guides, and try to do your own research. If you only see like People magazine, because you hear an article every fucking year say eggs are bad for you, eggs are good for you. Eggs are good. Eggs are bad for you. Eggs are good for you. And I remember one time I was like, man, which one is it? And then because it gets to the point where like every other year it's like, well, research shows now that eggs are bad for you. Research says now eggs are good for you. Like, man, either they're good or bad, man, and you're trying to make people go crazy. But the one thing they've interviewed, I've read a whole bunch of interviews from people that were in their hundreds. Like, one lady was like 111, one lady was like 104. And it's all women. And listen to this. It's all women now that reach this age. Like, they're saying that their main ingredient that they use in everything for them to live longer was olive oil. They put olive oil on everything.
Okay.
And one lady said, the one lady to be 111 said she drinks 2 raw eggs every morning. Yeah, that's what she said she's done her whole life. And put olive oil on all of her food. I've heard about olive oil since I'm into like the culture of bodybuilding. I'm not really a bodybuilder per se. I'm probably gonna try to get to that. Probably try to get into that in the future. But that's a great fat. That's a really good fat to put into your diet is olive oil.
Oh yeah, because when I was going through my little weight gaining fad, I guess.
Weight fad? You gaining weight, ST?
Yeah, I was actually, I did a little, I guess I went on a little thing, I kind of wanted to gain some weight, and, I kind of joined the culture for a little bit, and, I would do my, my protein shakes, and what I would do is I would put 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
Yep.
And, it would, it would, of course it would beef up the shake, but, it was really good for you. And, it just, working out, gave me so much energy. I already don't really get sick, but when I was working out, I never got sick.
Yeah, dude, that's another thing about working out, man. It helps with your immune system, man. Like, it's a joke. It's a running joke I have with my family that they always say to me every time I get a cold. But it's true. I tell them I only get one cold a year, if that. And every year of my life, ever since I've gotten to like the weightlifting culture, like the past like 8 years, I've only gotten one cold a year, period. But when I do get a cold, that shit hits me hard. I'm talking about hit me like a 18 wheeler, dude. It hits me hard. But I only get one a year, dude. That's it. Just because I take care of myself, man. I'm like, another thing is I'm a germaphobe too, man.
Yeah.
If my hands feel a little bit sticky, man, I'm washing them bitches, man. I got time for that shit. I hate for my hands to feel real sticky, dude. I hate that shit, dude.
I don't think I was sick at all for the whole year of 2016.
That's awesome, dude.
At all. Yeah, so you know, I think the most I've had was like maybe the sniffles or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, dude, it's like working out, man. It helps you out in a myriad of ways. It improves your sex life. It improves your heart health. It improves everything across the board, man. You gotta take care of your temple, dude. We ain't trying to try to get too deep, but your body's your temple, and you can kind of tell how a person feels about or cares about themselves by just looking at them, really, by looking at their physical appearance to a certain degree. Not barring their medical conditions that they may have. Mm-hmm. But you can look at, I'll say about like 50% of the population, and you just tell what kind of self-esteem they have, if they care about their well-being at all.
Yeah.
Especially with people that are like morbidly obese, you're not really happy. You find a happiness in food. Like there's something that's wrong with you. Either you're not where you want to be in life, and you're eating, you stress eat, which pretty much is like whenever you stress out about stuff, you eat food. Men and women do that just to relieve the pain, you know what I'm saying? And that's almost as dangerous as drugs, but it's not as dangerous as having drugs as your stress relief compared to food. But it's a little bit less, but in the long run it's as detrimental.
Yeah. It's not like taking speed, but but I guess not confronting your problems head on, and dealing with them by stuffing packages of
holes in your mouth.
Yeah, that's not good either. So
that's not good, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I remember like a little time I went through my depression where I knew I wasn't gonna go to NFL. You know what I'm saying? I would always, I would eat me like a pizza, big ass pizza, some breadsticks, and a dessert with like a 2-liter by myself throughout the whole day, and not even fucking think about it. Like, man, fuck it. I'm like fucked up, man. Go give me some Papa John's. It kind of. It got to the point, ST, at one point, back when I was in college, like, the people knew my name at spots when I was going to it. That's when I was like, okay, this is getting y'all getting too common with me, so I need to go ahead and back out and find new spots to go to, you know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, you want your regular, man? I was like, yeah. And then like run out and like go eat that shit in the car like halfway home. Like, man, I would have a problem, dude. I would literally like eat like all my breadsticks in the car, and then by the time I get home, I had just a pizza and like the dessert, and I'll tear that shit up once I get to the house. It was bad, man. I had to look within I had to look within myself and be like, hey, man, Eric, what's the deeper issue, the deeper root? Because it can't be this extra large pizza with pepperoni, mushrooms, and bell peppers. That's my shit right there, dude. That's my 3 favorite toppings, dog. I love that shit. But
these little Debbie snacks.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Those the tasty cakes. Them tasty cakes I'm saying, dog. With the ho-hos and those different flavored sodas, man, because the fat boy came out of me when I went to Japan. Dude, I had gas, like I had hard gas, dude, like for like 2 days. I was drinking so many sodas. Pepsi tastes way better in Japan than it does in America, but off that shit. But I got nothing else, man. What you got? You got anything else to talk about? Rant about?
It's only been 2 weeks of this new year, and we ain't really had very much to rant about. Of course, besides the obvious, with the impending president that'll be in office fairly shortly.
Oh God.
Oh man, I kind of do want to talk about this real quick. I was on Facebook, on the the ECST page, I was just roaming through through the feed, and I saw this one story about this lady who walked into, I can't remember if it was a J.C. Penney or something. It was some department store in Indiana, and one of the clerks that was working there was telling the lady, of course she was black, telling the lady and her kids that they don't belong there.
What?
Yeah. He was, telling her straight up, you don't belong here. And being that it was Indiana, I'm not too surprised. But, so I guess they got into an argument. And so, in true black people fashion, she knocked over a display.
I don't blame the sister, man. I would have did that shit too.
Yeah, so, after she knocked over a display, this clown, I guess he walks from behind the counter and puts this lady in a headlock.
What?
Yeah, puts her in a headlock and refuses to let go. And, so, of course, security came and they handcuffed the black lady.
What?
And, yeah, they handcuffed her. And I don't know, maybe the clerk thought that she was trying to steal or whatever, but I guess they came to find out that she had money in her purse. So, it wasn't that she was trying to steal. It's just a simple fact that he didn't want her in the store because, she was black. I hate to see that, racism. I mean, of course, I'm not surprised again, but, racism is, still pretty prominent here in 2017, So, new year, same old you.
Yeah, same old shit.
We're still fighting, for simple things, something as simple as walking into some ratty ass J.C. Penney in Indiana, that nobody wants to steal from. So, I don't know, man.
Dude,
we gotta do better.
We definitely gotta do better, dude. It's sad. It's almost just like it's. It's crazy. It's crazy when you read stories about just racist acts in America that you're not even shocked anymore. Yeah. You're just like, man, all right, what part of America was it? And then you just kind of accept it as fact for that part of America. It's like I said, man. So aliens gonna have to come down here and be like, hey y'all need to stop treating people wrong. We're gonna destroy the planet. They're like, okay, fine, okay, deal. Like that's what's gonna have to happen, dog. Like it's gonna have to be something crazy like that.
I think it would last for like 2 months.
Okay, are they gone? And then like, right when they gone, nigger.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can't fight my hatred. And then you know what? It'd be some people be like, blow up the planet. I'd rather the planet be blown up.
Yeah.
For real, dude.
Yeah. Than to live with the Muslims and the niggers.
Yeah. Cause that's a new thing that they're trying to get back on from 9/11, especially with that shooting that happened in at the Fort Lauderdale airport. End up being the quote unquote white Hispanic the guy that shot up the airport. That shit was crazy, man. So that's the first major shooting of the year, man. Not even like half of the month gone, man.
Not even 10 days into the month.
Well, and a shooting happened, man. Yeah, like I told you, like before we got on the show, I watched the video of it because we were talking about like the power of TMZ, and I was just watching. I was like, dude, like he just like had his coat in one hand, and then like he had like his sweater covered over his stomach, and he literally just like lifted up his sweater and pulled a gun out his like a little belt, his belt holster, and then just started just firing at people, man. It's just that, and then like I was telling you, ST before we came on, like it took people behind him 5 seconds to react from the first shot. And then after that, there were like 3 more shots were out before they actually started running. And then it was kind of sad because it was an open area because baggage claims, for the most part, because I ain't trying to brag. You know how niggas be bragging by saying shit. But I've been to at least like 10 to 15 badge claims, like different airports, and they're all open.
Wide open. Yeah.
They're wide open. There's nowhere to hide in badge claims. Like, man, it's flat. All they have is the conveyor belt. And
unless you get on the conveyor belt and just ride.
Go into that bitch. Like, go down into that bitch. But other than that, man, especially the one in Fort Lauderdale, it was like flat, kind of like LAX's, like Los Angeles badge claim, where it's just like there's nowhere to hide. Yeah. It's just like right where you get the badge claim, you can just go straight outside, nothing to do. So he was prepared, knowing what he like. I don't even know what his motives are. I got to look into that, see what his motives were. But I knew he wasn't had too much melanin in his skin when I found out he was alive. They brought him in alive, so I know his melanin wasn't too potent in his body. So dude, it's just crazy, man. It's just gonna, I don't know, man. I hope it needs to get better, but it seems like it's just gonna get worse, man, with this gun violence. And as long as people are greedy like that, as long as NRA got, what I'm saying, the people that need to be paid, people that have their pockets lined, nothing's gonna change. So I don't want to hear nothing about no fucking gun control or nothing like that, because it's not gonna change, man. Because it's too much money in guns, man. Yeah, you gotta devalue. You gotta devalue it. There's no really to really devalue. No really way to devalue guns at all. So it's always gonna be around.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at war. Like, what would war be without guns? So.
Man, shit, that's a number one money maker in the world, dude. Like, if a country is ever in economic decline, all they gotta do is kind of just start a war, dude, and they'll boost their economy.
Well, I mean, look what Bush did.
Yeah, look what we doing here, man. Like, it has to happen, dude. Like, it's always gonna be wars and rumors of wars, like the Bible says, man. That's the only way that the world really going. But I guess that's it, y'all.
All right. As always, ignorance is not a handicap; it's a personal choice. Remember if there is no light, you must become the light. So, be the light, y'all. EC, hit them up with all our information.
Yeah, man, y'all can follow us on our Twitter at Blank Canvas ECST, and please follow and like our Facebook page at Blank Canvas ECST. We always put it up on our Twitter as well, and our Instagram is at Blank Canvas ECST. Y'all know y'all can follow us on our AudioMac, iTunes, and Stitcher, and you know what I'm saying, you can subscribe to all of them. That'll be a great benefit to us. You know what I'm saying, we ain't trying to eat off y'all like everybody else. You know what I'm saying, like, we can't name one episode where we're like, hey man, sign us up, man, so we, we can start balling out. And we ain't talking about no, hey, go ahead and donate to this page. Like, we just out here just, giving y'all knowledge. That'll come later. But I was just kidding, man. We out here just give y'all knowledge, and we love the family, and we love, just spreading good joy and knowledge that we do have to the masses, man. So y'all just keep it up, man. We love y'all.
Yes, sir. Episode number 41. We gonna get up with y'all next week.
Y'all stay blessed.
Yeah. Watch them playoff games too.
Hell yeah. Yep. Watch what we right. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Blank Canvas Podcast. We'll see you next week.